What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my crypto journey. Of course, my name is Rodney. Do me a favor, smash that like button if you like cryptocurrency, Tectonic, Chronos content. And we have a doozy of a video for you guys today. And I want to address some of the issues and some of the hubbub I've been getting about the Tectonic project and how much tokens the team holds. We'll talk about that here in a second. But as you can see, there are some big red bubbles when it comes to the entire cryptocurrency market. Why? Well, the SEC, which is the Security and Exchange Commission, has been laying the smackdown on the cryptocurrency market. Why? They're pushing real harsh rules and regulation and dealing out lawsuits to some cryptocurrency exchanges. And now we see that they are going after Paxos, which is responsible for the minting of BUSD, which is Binance's stablecoin, right? So we have three major stablecoins that pretty much dominate the cryptocurrency market right now. And they're all stablecoins backed by assets, not algorithmic stablecoins. If you guys remember the crash last year of Terra Luna, right, UST, that was an algorithmic stablecoin. These stablecoins are backed by actual real world assets like cash or cash equivalents or whatever. We have Tether, we have USD, and we have BUSD. Now, of course, the SEC is hitting Paxos with a lawsuit, so they are going to stop the minting of BUSD, which pretty much means, and if we read CZ's post, the CEO of Binance, pretty much means, looks like BUSD is going to be going away for now. Now, of course, anything that happens in the United States affects the entire cryptocurrency market. And if we see Bitcoin and Ethereum dumping, we can be sure to see the rest of the cryptocurrency market dumping. And Tectonic and any other project right now is really no exception, unless there's some sort of news that pumps the cryptocurrency market cryptocurrency project independently of the market. Maybe they made like a new partnership or something like that. And we can see on the month-to-date chart, Tectonic is down below where it was a month ago. Now, I think that's because it had a huge pump. What goes up must come down. It's still at a higher market cap than when we bought in at $10 million. And you can see right here in our wallet, we're still down a little bit. We're up a little bit still, but still, like overall, we're pretty much down at the point where we decided, we're still up at the point we decided to get in, but we're still down pretty bad month to date right now. Let's see exactly what the hell is going on with Paxos and BUSD and what this means for the rest of the cryptocurrency world. And we'll talk about staking here after this, but this is very, very important, right? So check this out. So in summary, BUSD is issued and redeemed by Paxos. All funds are safe, right? So Binance, pretty much, let's go into this thread right here. It says, we were informed by Paxos that they have been directed to cease minting new BUSD by the New York Department of Financial Services, right? NYDFS. Paxos is regulated by NYDFS. So here's the thing. If a cryptocurrency company is operating at the United States, it has to deal with rules and regulations that come from the United States. Now, the difference between something like a Paxos, right, which does BUSD, right, which is Binance's stable coin. There's two Binances. There's Binance.us that operates at United States, and then we have Binance.com, which I believe operates out of Dubai, if I'm not mistaken, right? But it operates out of the United States. So if you look at something like, Crypto.com, and of course, Chris is the CEO of Crypto.com, I believe it operates out of Singapore. So this doesn't really affect them. But like I said, any harsh regulations dumps the market. It's going to dump these cryptocurrency projects. Anyways, he says, as a result, BUSD market cap will only decrease over time. And we see, if we go to BUSD right here, and we go to market cap, we can see that over the last day, it's gone from a $16.1 billion market cap down to about a $15.8 billion market cap. So, I mean, this is over the last few hours, really. So we can see that the market cap is dumping at a fast pace, which means people are trading it for another stablecoin, right? It says Paxos will continue to service the product and manage redemptions, which means that you're still going to be able to cash out your BUSD. Paxos also assured that all the funds are safe and fully covered by reserves in their banks, with their reserves audited many times by various audited firms already. So what this means is pretty much that they say, for example, their market cap is what is it at? $16 billion roughly. That means they still have $16 billion backing BUSD. So if you have, $1 million in BUSD and you want to swap it for $1 million, whatever your fiat is, right? Euros, whatever, they're going to be able to redeem that for you. So no harm, no foul is what he's saying. He says, on the alleged SEC versus Paxos lawsuit, I have no information about it other than public news articles. The lawsuit is between the US SEC and Paxos. He says, I am not an expert on US law. But personally, I agree with Miles' logic here, not that it means much. So pretty much they're saying, Security and Exchange Commission is saying that it's an unregistered security. But this is one of the 4 things you have to use in order to determine whether something is a security or not. And I do see the argument when it comes to other cryptocurrency products being labeled as a security. But when it comes to a stable coin, it's like there is never an expectation of profit unless you stake it. And we'll talk about that right now. He says, if BUSD is ruled as a security by the courts, it will have profound impacts on how the crypto industry will develop or not develop in the jurisdiction where it is rules as such. And pretty much saying that if the SEC keeps laying down these harsh rules about ridiculous things, it's going to push all the great minds that want to develop cryptocurrency projects out of the United States, right? They're ruling with an iron fist. Pretty much what he's saying is that Binance will continue to support BUSD for the foreseeable future. We do foresee users migrating to other stablecoins over time, and we will make product adjustments accordingly, e.g. move away from using BUSD as the main pair for trading. Now, this could mean that BUSD is going to go away over time. We'll have to see, right? Because keep in mind that Binance.com has a lot of the reserves backed in BUSD. It's like 20%, something crazy like that. That's a big deal, right? He says, given the ongoing regulatory uncertainty in certain markets, we will be reviewing other projects in those jurisdictions to ensure other users are insulated from any undue harm. So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I mean, with this harsh regulation, it's going to scare a lot of people out of the United States. Now, Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, put out a statement last week talking about how there is a rumor that the U.S. is going to ban staking in the United States. Recently, Kraken, right, one of the exchanges that operates at the United States, had to stop staking on their platforms altogether. Now, there is a reason to get rid of staking. Now, keep in mind, products like Tectonic and many other projects in the space, their main gig is staking. Now, staking is not just one thing. Now, last year, staking got a lot of people in trouble. For example, Terra Luna, if you stake their algorithmic stablecoin UST, you were promised 20% APY. Now, obviously, we know that those kind of rewards are unsustainable over time, right? You just can't be giving 20% APY without doing some shady shit with your money in the background. I mean, that's just the name of the game, right? But Brian Armstrong did pledge to fight against and battle it out with the SEC if this continued, if they went after Coinbase. Now, Coinbase is a exchange that operates out of the United States and those sorts of things. And when it comes to Coinbase, you have to understand that they have no token. They're a publicly traded company. So it's like they're doing everything right, and they still have to deal with all this BS, right? Now, so we'll see what happens. I haven't heard anything from Chris, the CEO of Crypto.com. I would like him to come out and be more supportive of what's going on in the United States. But hey, I'm sure he thinks that, hey, man, we don't operate at the United States, so not our problem. But the issue is lots of people like LeBron James, UFC fighters, I mean, the UFC in general are sponsored by Crypto.com. Of course, they had one of the biggest commercials last year on the Super Bowl. Of course, there were no Super Bowl ads this year, but still, I mean, I think he should come out and show some sort of support. Maybe he doesn't want to get involved with it. Now, let's talk about Tectonic and the issues that I keep hearing from the community. And this issue is, right, do you care? Do you trust the team pretty much? Now, if you go to Tectonic on DEX tools and you pull up CrowScan, which is like Etherscan or BSC scan, you can see something concerning. And the team already addressed it, that Tectonic, 23% are team vesting tokens, which means that these 23%, these tokens belong to the team, which is roughly $20 million, which is by far the biggest bag, right, when it comes to Tectonic. A lot of people have pointed this out and says it's suspicious and shady. I mean, it's up to you. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Here's the thing. They addressed this, and vesting means they can't just unlock it. It's going to unlock, right? But it's not going to unlock all at once. I believe it's going to unlock a little bit over time, and they can't just dump it right now. So a lot of people are concerned about this, right? Because they want to know, like, why do you have so much of the supply, and what are you going to do once it unlocks? The point is, do you trust the team? Is the team fully doxxed? I don't think so, right? Now, here's the thing. I want to talk about a year ago, guys. A year ago in cryptocurrency, it was very popular for teams to, one, lock their liquidity when it came to meme coins, lock their liquidity and renounce their contract. Why? Because in a time where there's scams and rug pulls and those sorts of things, right? Those two things proved to the community that they couldn't just rug you right away. Now, there's other ways to rug a community, right? But those were some of the biggest things. Why? When you lock your liquidity, you cannot just pull it all at once. When you renounce your contract, you can't make changes to your contract and do malicious things to the contract, like raise the taxes or change things in the code where, it helps the team, they rug and they move on to the next project. Now, that became kind of unpopular the past year or so. Why? Because sometimes you need your liquidity unlocked to get on exchanges or to move it or to buy things, right, to help the project. Sometimes you need it to be able to modify your contract to get on exchanges and to do different things. So just because those two things weren't a thing doesn't mean you shouldn't trust a cryptocurrency project. It all is based on how much do you trust the project? How much are you involved with the everyday news? How much, do you know the team? Do you know about the team? Now, as far as I know, I don't think the Tectonic team is doxxed. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments down below. But look, when it comes to Tectonic, I'm an investor because I see a lot of potential in this project. Could it rug? Yes. Could it be a shitcoin a year from now and be worth absolutely nothing? Yeah, but I'm taking a risk because I think the Crow chain is a blockchain that's going to be very popular during the next bull run. Do I know for sure? Nah, I'm just a YouTuber, but I'm having some fun and aping into plays that I think may be good. I have $1,000 into it. It's not a lot. It's not the least, right? But still, it's one of the projects that I'm experimenting with. I know wholeheartedly that this could rug and I could never make my money back, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. And that's the game we play with crypto. And that's why you as a viewer have to be very careful with who you follow and who you ape blindly into, and understand that just because we talk about these things, it's important for us as influencers to tell you guys the risks involved. I know many other Tectonic and Kronos influencers, you say anything bad, they get all butthurt. But guys, you can't be listening and watching echo chamber YouTube channels that literally they don't give a crap about you when it comes to some of these projects. They just want the views and those sorts of things. I want the views for Tectonic. I like the community. I think it's fun, right? I think Crow chain is unexplored and it could, this thing could 10x. I don't know that though. And this could be a bad project, right? But you have to know that I'm willing to risk it, but I got to be honest. Like, I'm not going to be one of those people that worships the community blindly and get mad because anyone says anything negative. Do you think I got mad because somebody pointed out that the team has 23% of the tokens? No. Why? Because I'm not an unreasonable person. I know that this is a concern they address, but yeah, it's a concern, right? It makes sense. Now, like I talked about when it comes to liquidity lock and contract being renounced, you have to make the decision on, do you trust this product enough to see something like this and it'd be okay? Same thing with renounced contracts. Do you trust a team enough to not have a liquidity locker or not have their contract renounced? Do you trust them enough? Do you see this being here in the future? Part of that is having the team be undoxxed. Now, I did apply for the Tectonic influencer job. They didn't give it to me. They gave it to somebody who's on Twitter and who does, Tectonic live spaces. Why? I don't know. Maybe they don't like my brand. I don't know, but I would do it for free and I have a pretty decent platform. Why? I don't know, but we'll have to see. Like I said, I'm not going to sell my bag until I hit my goal. If the thing goes to zero, well, that's the risk I was willing to take. But you should understand that if you're buying something like this, there's always risk. There's never not a risk. Look at meme coins, pump and dump. They're gone in a week, right? But people don't understand that in cryptocurrency, even top projects are dangerous. Terra Luna, Celsius, Voyager, FTX were all blue chip projects that wreck people on a scale that really dwarfs the entire meme coin market, right? So anyways, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Is this a concern to you? I'm interested to hear your opinion. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you all very, very soon. Peace.